I'm back with another video. Of course, I wanted to create a Valentine's Day look. I am not going out for Valentine's Day this year, so I did want a day to just kind of play dress up. I didn't do my hair, but we're gonna just ignore that part. I definitely wanted to go for something more on the sexy side this year. I normally do something pretty soft or romantic, but this year I wanted red, I wanted bold, and I wanted sexy. So if you're looking for that and you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I am going to be starting with my eyes today, just because I want to do something kind of different and use tape. I honestly am the worst at making sure it's even. Like, I feel like my, not depth perception, but whatever that is like off. And my eye cream is not wanting to let it stick. So this is just not going great for me so far. I'm going to take my P. Louise base. I used this the other day and I was like, why did I ever stop using it? The shade that I have is Rumour 01. I'm going in with the Vieve Essentials palette because I called it. It's really my go-to palette and I just need some basic shades right now. So I'm going to, first of all, this tape's getting on my nerves. I'm going to get rid of those creases that inevitably happen to me. Take a fluffy brush and the shade So Shy and the shade So Shy and just brush that. Just to set it. I think Delicious, which was the shade I was gonna go with, is too dark for what I need. So I'm gonna go into my Hangin' in Hawaii palette by ABH Cosmetics and take the shade Shaka and just work that into my crease. Just a little, just like a soft crease moment. So I'm gonna take the liquid lip that I'm gonna be wearing. It's this Dose of Colors. I cannot believe the name is not on here. It's a Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. What was it called? Hot Red, Cherry something. It's like my favorite red lip ever. And I'm just gonna apply like the tiniest amount just to like my eye, as if like an outline. And we're gonna go from there. And I'm not going to take it all the way in. I'm just going to take it to like right here at the start of my, what is that, your pupil? I can't get enough of this palette, the Fade into Hue palette by ColourPop. I used these two shades on my TikTok to create like a Euphoria inspired situation. So go check it out. But today I'm pretty much only going to be using the shade Paradise. This bottom, like, it's like red, but it's not like a fire red or like an orange red. I don't know. We're gonna see where this takes us. I'm gonna take a little angled brush and start kind of blending it with this red liquid lip on my eye. I'm just gonna take like a clean brush and just kind of blend further. I don't know what I want to do. It needs like depth and more like smokiness. So that looks like it has black on it. Okay. I'm gonna take Good Night. That's black, right? I'm not tripping. From the Vieve Essentials palette on a tiny brush, and I think I'm just gonna add it to like the bottom of this red. Oh yeah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to take a little bit of that Paradise shade on like this small fluffy brush, like just a bit, and bring it out a bit more. Gonna go back in with that black shade. I'm losing my vision. I cannot believe I'm about to whip this palette out, but it's the only more like true shade of red that I have. And it's the James Charles palette. We're not gonna talk about it. What shade is this? You're Kidding. We're gonna take You're Kidding. I'm gonna take it on that same brush, and we're just gonna kind of see what happens, because yeah, that's more like true red, which is what I needed. Really taking my time building up that You're Kidding shade, because I need the eyes to end up being red. There was a lot of like bluish tones going on, and it just made everything pull really pink, and that's not the vibe. I did pink 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Right? Because I didn't make one last year. I don't remember. Anyway, the last one I did was pink. And I wanted to do red. I love red. But it's time to take the band-aid off. I'm going to go back in with that Shaka shade and just try to define the crease. Like, there's not a strong enough crease, I feel like, maybe. I feel like when you're doing a look like this, blending is very important, so that's literally all I'm doing. I'm not adding any additional color to this fluffy brush that I set my lid with. I'm just, it's such a good, I've had it forever, it's such a good just blending brush that I just like to use it to blend. Okay. Okay. And I'm like using like the edge of it to blend this inner part where I stopped that color, just to make sure it's not like awkward, you know. I don't know which lashes I want to wear today. I always go for my House of Lashes Noir Fairy Lights, but I also have the Iconic Lights. I feel like I'm gonna end up going with these. I just feel that in my soul. I'm going to pop some lashes on, and then we'll come back and do my base. Okay, lashes are on. I'm very happy with my choice, as I always am when I apply these lashes. They're just my favorite. They're just my absolute favorite. I did add more of that You're Kidding, in case you can't tell. I did. I couldn't help it. It needed more. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and have a visitor. Say hello. You can't be on my lap right now unless you sit very still. So I have already done my skincare. So that's fresh-ish on my face. But I am going to go in with the Skin Nova just to prime. I did this base the other day when I did that TikTok video, and it was just so good that I was like, I need to do this again. Like, what? My base looked so good, and I'm obsessed. You know what I realized? This Skin Nova smells like kind of like sunscreen. It doesn't have any in it, right? I'm not tripping. Yeah. I don't see that it has SPF in it, but it smells like it, but in like a luxurious way. Like I feel like no one else would agree with that it smells like sunscreen, but that's just me. I'm going in with my OG L'Oreal True Match in the shade N4. I love this foundation, and I forget every time how much I love it until I use it again. I think the shade's probably a bit dark for me. This is like my freshly self-tanned shade, but it's fine. We're gonna make it work. And I think the thing that I like about this foundation is I don't feel like it has a finish. You know what I mean? Like back then, like foundation was just foundation. I say back then, I don't know how old it is, but I feel like, you know, it's been around forever. It doesn't even have a pump, like, you know. But it's not like matte or dewy or luminous, but it's just like if I had to say what kind of finish does it have, I would say a natural finish for me. But I don't know, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like foundation. And sometimes that's all I want. Like, if something says matte, I'll pretty much never buy it because I know it's just gonna feel awful on my skin. Dewy, I mean, I feel like I'm a more natural finish kind of person. I'm gonna blend this out with my Real Techniques sponge. Another thing that I realized when I was doing this base, oh yeah, that's way too dark. Something else I noticed while doing this base is that my skin just looks better when I use a sponge over a brush. And that's just the truth. I don't know, it's just better for my skin, I feel like. Yeah, I need to get like some more shades of this because I love this foundation. It's so affordable. The thing that I liked about it was when I was finding that I was having a hard time finding my shade at the drugstore, because everything, it would like come off too dark, like that's in my head when I was first, you know, getting into makeup. I'm like, everything's just too dark, I don't understand, I bought the lightest shade, whatever. Everything was too yellow. So I cannot wear banana powder. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I think I truly just I buy neutral everything, because it's like I don't have like a pink undertone, but I don't have an olive or like golden undertone either. Do you know what I mean? So when I saw that this was like the only foundation that I can remember where you could see the undertones and pick out your foundation based on that. And that helped me, like, what finally felt like my right shade was in this foundation. And then I'm going in with my e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. It has to be the hydrating one, bless. And this is the shade Light Peach. And I used more than I typically do. I went along the sides of my nose like I used to. And like I have to like apply some like right here because I have like a lot of darkness. But I also have like a lot of freckles, like, and for some reason this area, it does not want to be covered. And then I let it sit. I'm gonna blend it out with my Real Techniques sponge again, very carefully. Using like this tiny Real Techniques brush, I'm gonna try to get a little closer to this wing and blend that concealer. Before we set everything, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade, why isn't none of my shade, like what is that? There's no shade on here. But I know the shade is Hazelnut, because I remember. I'm gonna use this to contour. And I use a very tiny bit. And when I'm using like something like this, like a liquid contour situation, I place it higher than like I typically would. And that's literally all I apply. I don't know why it feels like you're so far away. Have you been this far away this whole time? Do right below my lip. I know, I did that. I did that. And then I do my nose. And like, I use such a small amount that I haven't even like dipped it back in there. And I do the same. And for me, the trick is to leave a lot of room for blending. I am gonna go in with my Skin Dew. I got way too much out. Just while we're dealing with cream products. I normally wouldn't use this much, but that's just kind of what happened. I do find with my skin type, just using cream products or liquid products just looks so much better. I'm going to take my Dermablend translucent powder, but I'm going to bake under here. I know what you're thinking. You didn't set your bronzer or anything. I did it the other day and it just looked so good, and I didn't realize that I didn't. Like, it was not a purposeful thing. It was like I was out of the house and I was like, oh my god, I didn't set anything else. But again, with my skin type, the less powder the better. And I haven't been a fan of baking pretty much since I realized that, but I think with the use of some really good skincare products and things like that, that I'm coming around. Then I do just take my little pointer powder brush. I don't take a lot of powder, but I do just set right here. And I make sure to go over like the front of my eyebrow, because I don't know why that part getting like dewy throughout the day just looks so bad to me on, you know, on me anyway. And then I set around my mouth because I talk a lot and things crease, things come off. I'm gonna go in with my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, if I can get it open, and get these brows right. I need to like do them, but I want everything to be fresh for Valentine's Day, so I'm gonna do those later in the week. But you know, you gotta do that Valentine's Day prep. I'm gonna go in with my, you know it, Urban Decay brow blade, and I really like the pen side. It's just kind of more my vibe. Once I feel like my shape's pretty much down, I do like to take a little spoolie, because I have like no hair at the front of my brows, so it's all just strokes using this pen, and I like my brows to look pretty natural, so I like to just take this right here and kind of blend that so it's not as like harsh or noticeable that it's not brow hair. Go ahead and brush away this powder. How sad this is. This is all that's left of my Fix Plus. I'm gonna set my face. It's like not even giving me good sprays anymore. That's really it. Like, you know what I mean, when it starts spattering. Can't have that. Like, I don't want a blush that's gonna take away, because I'm gonna have red lips, so there's gonna be a lot going on. So I'm just gonna go in with my MAC Melba. I feel like that this is like a good like staple blush for me. And I'm not gonna add it to my nose. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna highlight with my Anastasia Moonchild Moonchild highlighting palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Pink Heart. I used this for the Euphoria makeup that I did, and I'm like, yes, it's Valentine's Day, and it's like just a subtle pink glow. I'm gonna use the Pink Heart shade as like my inner corner highlight as well. Yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna throw on some mascara really quick. I never wear mascara on my lower lashes, which I feel like that's an unpopular opinion, but I have such long lower lashes that sometimes it's just not it. But for Valentine's Day, it's it. Because it kind of gives you that like doll look. I don't know. Some Urban Decay 24/7. This is the waterproof glide on pencil in the shade Perversion. I'm going to put this just on the top waterline. Go back in with that shade Goodnight from the Vieve Essentials palette on a small angled brush, and just ever so slightly, what is this called again? Not fox eyes, right? What's it called? I'm gonna, well, you see. I don't know what it's called, but you see what I'm doing. That was what it was missing. Okay, I feel like I've done this before and I liked it, so I'm gonna lightly line my lips with the NYX lip liner in the shade Plum. And then I'm going in with that Dose of Colors red. Alright guys, this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely think if we had left out the liquid lip at the beginning and the first red shade we went in with, it wouldn't have taken as long, but it was fine. It was a process, but we got here. I hope you all have a lovely Valentine's Day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.